Hello there everybody, Kbot here, and I'm going to bring back my live analysis series. I wanted to do more of this a while ago, but now we're going to do it a little bit of a different way. I'm going to bring you all one game of this scrim on each of the four modes. We're going to be starting with Splat Zones. Tonight we have Arctic Moon versus a pickup. So you can see the names there on your screen. And yeah, we're going to jump between the games here a little bit. I'm just going to do a very stream of consciousness way as I go through and give my thoughts about what's happening in the scrim, give where I think these players are going to work. We'll test this out. We'll see if this works. I don't know, but please let me know down in the comments below what you think of the format, or otherwise hit me up. I'll be pinging in +2 for teams a little bit more in the future, especially over the holiday break. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, starting off on Splat Zones, Ancho-V Games. Excited to see exactly what comes out of these pickups. I think the pickup is a team that hasn't really played together a ton. And of course, you noted on the other screen, Ken is Axis. I see a lot of K-52s. I also see a Hydra, which is something the Dark is known for. No exact surprises here in terms of compositions. It's what these players are very familiar with playing. Interested to see exactly how this backline duel goes. We don't see a lot of backline duels so far. But it looks like with a couple of specials getting popped, Arctic Moon is going to be able to push forward, and that's going to be a 3-down situation. It's going to allow them to get that cap. So early jump at the gun there for Arctic Moon. I was able to get them special coordination. Now look at how much map control that they already have built up. They're really going for the lockout situation here, and now we're going to have to see all the resources exhausted. I really love that Booyah Bomb to break things up, but 2 specials yet online here, and they're still going to need to paint things out. We still have this whole other area that we could be painting if we really wanted to start building these things out more. Burst Bomb Launcher could be charged here, but isn't quite. We also are just going into absolutely zero map control right now, and so as they try to drop, they're having a very difficult time actually doing much of anything. Ignite's now kind of here on the side here with the baller. Just pop that, and now it doesn't really have a lot that they can do here. And you'll notice once more how much map control that Arctic Moon just completely has over the course of this entire section, and I think it's just going to knock them the knockout here. It's a 2-down situation. Beanies are going to try to flank up from behind. Now finds Twig. I don't know who's going to win this K-52 duel. Booyah Bomb on his own, but that Booyah Bomb... Okay. I didn't know that Booyah Bomb could actually cap his own. So good heads-up play there by Beanie to at least force this penalty on him, which is absolutely massive. I loved going for that play more than I would have liked to have seen... you know, that little going for the engagement there. And now you'll notice that really opened up the door here because that allowed for the jump in, it allowed for the 2-down situation over here, and now we see a little bit more contesting coming in from this pickup, but they really can't seem to find the presence on zone that they really need for a long period of time. It looks like my internet might be dropping a little bit, so I apologize for that if players start to skip around on the map here. But we'll see exactly how the rest of this goes. It does look like Arctic Moon's going to get the cap back. Another incomer is going to come out here. Don't really know what that incomer was intended to do because they're not really moving forward off of that. Now with this one going down, it's going to allow hopefully this pickup to go in. But actually Shockwave's going to come up huge. That's a double. Is going to get taken down by Ignite, and oh boy. Okay, Shockwave just shut down this push and probably secured the game here. Beanie's going to come up from behind with the flank. I don't know why you're not watching that right now if you're Arctic Moon, to be completely honest. But they can't quite seem to find the paint on the zone. I think a large part of that was just a painting composition thing. Also, like a little bit more individual performance came out of Arctic Moon. They're really able to lock down this area of the map for a large portion of the game on the whole, and I think that's eventually what netted them the win. You also see very few splat numbers really for anyone on that pickup side. So obviously, folks, as a reminder, I'm testing this out. I'm going to hop into play-by-play mode. I'm going to try to do more analysis things. But it is very much scatterbrained, right? I'm going to try to say as much as possible, and I would highly recommend maybe you watch this video multiple times over if there's something you really want to focus on that I bring up over the course of this video, and you try to identify it over the course of that game. Like I know last game I brought up the backline matchup, and then I didn't really comment on it for much of the rest of it. Maybe that's something that you might consider looking for the rest of the last game. So be sure to check that out if you are interested. These are the kinds of things that you might consider watching multiple times over, depending on how exactly long they take. So yeah, definitely do that. Let me know what you think again in the comments below. Very interested to hear your all's feedback on this sort of thing. It's a new thing for me. I don't know, I'm not the best analyst, but we'll kind of play it by ear and see how it goes. Okay, tower control MakoMart is the map here. So one of those more snowbally maps if we start to get towards the end. I also expect this to be very back and forth in the neutral game. Backline, especially madfish here, is going to have to step up hopefully large for this pickup here. Try to shut down Dark, try to shut down that oppression. Also, we noticed a little bit less painting power coming out of this side of Arctic Moon. I can't remember if it was an L3 or an H3 last time, but definitely the Nautilus is going to be slightly less paint. And now you'll notice actually Shockwave perhaps being a little bit too over-aggressive here. Twig might be also overzealous, is going to be able to find one, but going to get traded back the other direction. I will say, though, did a good job of bullying some of these members back. Which allowed, again, Shockwave is now just kind of riding this tower for free, and no one's really contesting him. Now finally going to hop off this tower just barely. They're going to hold on to this first checkpoint. First checkpoint, not insanely massive on this map. You could have given it up, but given the fact that it was a 1v3 situation, I like the fact you were going for the engage. Dark going down here is going to be huge here. I'd like to see someone riding the tower, though, because I'd like to see this continue on forward. Someone's got to contest Twig down here, but goes down to the bomb. That's unfortunate. I think I saw that there earlier. Now Stingray comes out, but the special response is going to be there because you all, okay, so the pickup here was pushing forward with a lot of what they were trying to do in trying to find picks, but ultimately they didn't actually find anything, and so there was just the counter push that was able to come back in. Now you'll notice that that has completely given them all momentum and semblance in the game as they have painted up the entire map and even painted up this far. Shockwave has the inkjet here, so was able to, I think, get one and help that happen. But again, look at how much of this map is purple right now. That doesn't necessarily mean, I mean, obviously it's not completely purple, but their overall map presence here for Arctic Moon is certainly very large, and now they're already at the second checkpoint with a one-down situation as well. I think we need to start focusing the tower here if we are this pickup, especially as we're starting to run out of checkpoints. Like, we're doing a good job here for Arctic Moon of bullying out this other team. They're kind of, it looks like they're kind of confused. They don't really know what to engage. And now that we're down to the very few point mark, looks like we're finally starting to take care of business here. Shockwave is going to smartly back away because that's going to be a 3-down situation. So maybe this is going to be something. Shockwave, though, might be looking to come up big. Does have the inkjet at the ready. It'll probably be looking to use this from behind. No, it's just going to jump out. Okay, cool. Like this from Arctic Moon, though, they don't need to aggress this tower. They don't actually need to do much of anything. Canard goes down. I don't know what Canard just went down to there. So that's interesting. But Canard going down there kind of just shut down that push entirely because now you don't have the person advantage, you don't have the special advantage, you don't have that person to open up the opposing side for you. And let's be honest with ourselves, Arctic Moon was all kind of clustered right here. So if there was someone that like kind of came up on a flank, came up from box maybe, threw a bomb, I don't know, might have been able to do something. Meanwhile, those is going to flip back the other direction. Canard's going to come in from behind. I'd like to see this pick onto Ken here, but it's going to go down with the ink armor there. I think if that ink armor gets popped, if you're Canard, you probably just want to try to swim away, honestly, and disengage. Could have been the smartest play, even if that was retreating back to enemy territory, and maybe you try to like retreat back here and jump away. Okay, but they were able to stop that push. Now with 2 minutes left to go, we're still going to need to see them come forward and come through with something clutch here. With a baller and a splashdown, there isn't really a lot of specials here on this team, actually. They can really start moving these opponents around. The Stingray is going to hard counter this, but like a double splashdown composition plus a baller probably isn't going to be the hardest engage special without an armor, without things like cannon missiles that you can just pop and send the opposing team elsewhere and just scatter them away from wherever they're currently standing, or otherwise get that intel. Now, tag team over here for Arctic Moon. Splashdown's going to get landed onto tower there from Canard. That's going to be a snipe here as Madfish comes up, but is going to get traded back the other direction. We still can't clear this first checkpoint. Someone just hop on the tower. No! Didn't quite hop on the tower fast enough. Which is kind of what it is there. A little bit unfortunate. You would have liked to have seen that first checkpoint get cleared, even if you weren't going to continue that push. But, you know, it happens sometimes. Once again, I like this play from Arctic Moon. They're playing very defensive. They know they don't need to engage. Now, Shockwave, when he thinks he spots one, he's going to go for it and is able to get that one onto Canard. Now it's just going to continue stepping on forward here. Is able to find the one onto Madfish, too. I think that's largely because Madfish was in Ray form. Shockwave probably wouldn't have gone for that if the Ray wasn't out. But I don't think that might not have been clearly communicated or called out, is what it looked like. Hey, Shockwave's coming for you, because in that case, you probably just want to try to swim away with the Stingray that you have out. But this game is probably pretty much over at this point, as we see another push coming in from Arctic Moon. Shockwave here is just running away. We've seen Shockwave take up this position so many times, just being so aggressive, such a nuisance here on the Nautilus, and definitely a very skilled player. Meanwhile, though, is really just being a really good distraction. And now, wait, Twigs have come up from behind, too. So we've seen this a couple times from Arctic Moon. It looks like they're trying to collapse around the tower, so that the event that there was going to be a push coming forward from this pickup, they would have been able to collapse around that tower from multiple different angles, but with the plenty of map control that they always had around the tower, they were just able to take care of business. So well done there to Arctic Moon. Certainly played that one very well. Would have liked to have seen a little bit more heads up and objective awareness coming in from the side of this alpha pickup. It's one of the things. I also think their special composition probably could have been a little bit better in terms of what they wanted to kind of do. So to comment there on the last game, I kind of meant that, you know, I would have liked to have seen some other form. I mean, I mentioned like armor, and if you don't want to be as aggressive, maybe armor isn't the right play. But maybe like a Kenso shot there for beanie might have been better, just given the fact that they have those 10 missiles in order to spread those out. I don't really know, just a thought, some food for thought for you. Okay, Clan Blitz, Wahoo World is random maps where we've gotten to 3 semi-decent maps. Normally we'd expect to see some kind of a Tentarella here. I don't think any of these players particularly play that, but a double splatling composition actually coming out of Arctic Moon. Dark, I mean, I think I've seen that ballpoint played a lot by Biscuit, and that's definitely something that can be very oppressive. Also allow your team to have a little bit more mobility and plenty of area presence with that Inkstorm. Meanwhile, as we look at the other side, I see an Inkjet, I see an armor, I see a bomb launcher, and I see a baller. So the baller is going to be there, and the armor as well, to hopefully try to get them forward. We'll see if they can kind of capitalize on it. I also like the Inkjet from afar. The other thing is that I think an Inkjet would have also helped in the last game that we saw. So these teams kind of positioning for one another. It looks like the pickup's going to have plenty of control of mid for the time being. They are still going to need to build up plenty of clams before actually pushing forward. And right now we're kind of just in the map building stage in the game. I think that was a weird torpedo thing that happened over there. That caught my eye. But now they're going to start to move forward here. Would like to wait for us to move forward until we have the armor. Canard's going to go down here. And so now perhaps this push isn't going to be as long as we might have liked, or as large as we might have liked, given the fact that we have another clam spawn here, another clam spawn here, that could have potentially gotten thrown into the basket. So now perhaps there's going to be a chance for a response from Arctic Moon. They haven't really had control of mid all game, but I think they're going to get it here. So they're not really stepping forward. They're being very cautious here. And now with Twig going down, it looks like they're actually trying to back away. They're trying to be very conservative because they probably want to try to get the largest push possible. Never mind. Here's the ink armor that comes out here from Axis, and they're gonna try to do something. Shockwave went down there, and now we see Dark go down here as well. And so it looks like very well played defense coming in from this alpha side. You know, Axis is the last one alive, but his power clam is spotted out here. Might have wanted, if you were going for the fight, might have wanted to try to get rid of that, although I don't think that an NZAP particularly wins over a Try Slasher. Could be wrong if you're a really skilled player. Now Canard all of a sudden has a win power clam. Knight's going to go down, though. And now Beanie goes down as well. So even though we've gotten 2 power clams in the basket, we haven't been able to really capitalize on the rest of the clams in our possession here. So, you know, perhaps something to kind of consider here is how exactly we're trying to execute these pushes, and whether our goal is to get a large number of points on the board or just to get power claims in the basket. Right now, Dark, I don't really like the positioning. Was able to find the one onto Beanie with that long range oppression of that ball point. It's kind of what I was talking about earlier. Twigs to go down here. I don't know what exactly that was to. I think it was to a bomb or something. Okay. So, current game state, still very winnable for either team, despite the fact that more than halfway has gone through this game. But if Arctic Moon is going to win this, we need to start pushing together, I think, a little bit more as a team. Haven't really had the ability to do that so far in this game, and now it looks like they're going to. The 2-down situation, even despite the fact that they just got the armor, they're able to get 2 power clams in the basket without a penalty, which means they're going to take the lead. Now, Shockwave's going to go back here for these clams, and now the aggression here, I don't remember exactly how Dark went down, but Dark would have been very good here right now to stay alive, even just to stay alive here or here, to just be able to fire over some of the rest of that. I would like to see Madfish come up here. I mean, in the event that the ballpoint was there, Madfish might have been able to stop it, but all the meanwhile, I've just been rambling here, and now jumping in with power clam. 7 clams left to go here, so a very well done push here. Almost 100-0 knockout. That was a 93-point push. I can do math in my head, guys, I swear. I honestly don't know why that went on for as long as it did. Wish I had the replay buffer set up, but I don't. And I probably won't, like, ever. But besides the point, Probably something that we would have liked to have seen get handled earlier. I don't know if it was like a desync thing in terms of respawns or what exactly that was coming from the pickup, but they do have plenty of plans at their disposal. They're starting to get the map control as well. Please find this one other twig. Thank you. And now Shockwaves hopefully is next on the menu, but is going to get taken down here is Ignite. There's the incomer. And so if we pop this incomer, we're really looking for the engage here, and I don't think I've seen the engage. So perhaps, again, a little bit of a miscommunication there in terms of what exactly we're planning on doing, because your armor is, like, you know, meme on NZAPs on juniors all you want, but the armor, I think, really is critical in terms of if you have one on your team, you should use it to find the engage. And unfortunately couldn't find it there, but is able to hold on to mid control nonetheless here. beanie's able to find this power climb. This power climb is probably going to decent. Okay, never mind. Canard's able to pick it up. Can we see a miracle happen? No, unfortunately not. Tri-Sludge can't really paint much of anything, and now beanie's just kind of running around here. Was forced to drop this power climb, and now both of these are going to despawn, which is absolutely critical here for this pickup. A lot of promising things coming in from them. I don't think they have enough time. Yeah. Oh, that's... Oh. You know, I say all they need to do was keep those two power climbs alive, but they really didn't have a lot of options. They were very spread out. It looked like in some cases they weren't quite as communicative as you might have expected, which is totally fair, I think, for pickup especially. So would like to see armor timings kind of fleshed out there a little bit more as well. Rainmaker on Starfish Mainstage, map that we kind of see. We don't really see it that often, to be honest, which is kind of interesting. Canard on the Soda Slusher here. I think I saw an E-liter coming out of Madfish here, which should be fun to watch. I think the E-liter, anytime you have range, certainly can be very impressive. The counter is going to be this Stingray coming in from dark. We'll see if that does actually come online here. Otherwise, very similar to what we'd expect. Otherwise, for these teams, let's see. Burst Bomb Launcher, I think that's Rain, but I could be wrong. Oh, I don't even know any of the specials. Who am I kidding? I need to do some flashcards or something. Okay, so first pick for the Rainmaker is going to go to Arctic Moon. But in that situation, they're going to be very limited in what they can actually do. Madfish is currently sitting up here on Snipe, but now Shockwave going to smartly run away to the side, protecting away from that here. Okay. 52 Deco has Stingray for some reason. That's an interesting design choice for the game. But the Stingray was able to get that up, and that was a well done defense, well done positions, well done you know, avoidance, and then a well done defense to kind of counter that. So I think that was a good kind of trade overall here. But now with Madfish going down, someone's going to come up big, and it's going to be Canard that's able to go ahead and take down that Rainmaker. But now one is only alive here and is going to go down. So now we're going to see this Rainmaker start to go on forward. Madfish might need to find a pick here, or otherwise just map control. Honestly, in those sorts of situations, I would have liked to have seen just trying to maintain map control of ramp or something similar, if you can find those positions, especially with maybe that, you know, Soda Slosher. And in a lot of cases, you know, we don't really need to consider actually splatting our opponent. In a lot of cases, we could just consider painting over the area that they're trying to go. That would also prevent them from getting a higher score on the scoreboard. But now, plenty of map control, which means that Arctic Moon is still going to have full domain over this pop. Inkcore gets popped, Inkstorm try to contest this here, and it looks like it's going to be successful. Shockwave is going to go on this side here, was spotted and was called out, I believe. But it's just kind of sharking over here for a long period of time. Oh no, Madfish, don't get cut out. Okay. Was able to cause enough of a distraction here, which I kind of like, but someone should have capitalized on that. Okay, I don't know who got that kill, but that was really good. Would have liked to have seen that happen a little bit sooner. Okay, Canard going forward here, looking to try to find the one under guard. Twig steps forward, though, and there's no one protecting the Rainmaker. Madfish couldn't quite land a shot there. I think Ignite was in Inkjet here. Now with the Stingray going back to the direction. Looks like that's not quite going to happen. So a lot of things just happened there, especially a lot of things that I just said. Would have maybe liked to have seen a little bit tighter concentration on the pull. Looks like trying to rush forward with this Rainmaker probably not going to be very successful, especially when you're rushing into two other opponents. on the opposing side. They're just able to sweep through this, and now, oh my gosh, Twig already on the complete opposite side of the map. Now looking to try to challenge, looking to try to get something done here. Dark is starting to be aggressive here with this custom Jet Squelcher as well. Looks like it's an interesting trade that happened over there. Don't know exactly what that was, but now, again, look at how much agency is happening on this map. I don't know what Canard is quite doing here. Probably just sharking, now trying to look for something, and was not able to find it. Now is called out. Now is going to get taken down. Oh, no, he's able to find one. Now we're popping a Stingray directly towards Canard. Okay, so Canard was able to do very much in terms of like taking care of resources here and pulling away a lot of attention from some of these members. Couldn't quite watch what was happening on this side of the map, but maybe if that was cleaned up faster, we would have been able to go forward and paint over top of mid. The fight is still continuing, though. Dark and Beanie are going to get traded away. Shockwave is going to pick this up, and now despite the Inkstorm, Axis is still going to be able to pick up a Rainmaker. Twig is stepping on the board once more. Canard is fine here, and now is going to just dive on top of that Rainmaker. Actually, that was very well played. Gotta shut that down. And so now 3-down situation here. Honestly, guys, let's just pick this up. I think if we just pick this up and we started running, we'd have a much better likelihood in terms of like actually getting something done here, productive. And now with Beanie going down, it's going to be very unfortunate here. Stinger is going back the other direction. There's no real painting control over top of Madfish, and Madfish is going to go down as well. 49 seconds left to go here in this match. And the pop comes out once more, the incomer comes out once more, and now with a delayed 3-down situation, they'll just continue storming forward. Now, Madfish is kind of set up here to try to get something done. Canard's going to try to step forward here to be able to find the double. So once more, Canard coming up big on the defensive side of things, but has yet to really find like a really massive flanker. Was also able to, you know, pull that distraction there about halfway through the game. But now picking up this Rainmaker once again. Now we've reset the timer here, and they're just going to go back and stall this out. So well done and well played there. They were able to get themselves the early lead and hold on to it. I think, you know, would have liked to have seen this Rainmaker get picked up. And honestly, if your Arctic Moon probably wasn't the cleanest game in the world, Stingray is going to be able to find this, so overtime is going to be forced here, but Rainmaker is still in a very, very, very awkward situation, and you're just really not going to be able to get up there. You might be able to pop this and stall. Shockwave is still alive. I don't even know what's going on. Yeah, okay. That should be the game. So, yeah, well done towards the last seconds of the game. The stall tactic certainly worked out there, and that is one of the consequences of kind of killing that Rainmaker in the position that they kind of did, especially when it was surrounded by a lot of the other members of Arctic Moon. 6 armors from Axis there. Alright, y'all. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, be sure to subscribe. I'm looking to try to do more of these, especially while I'm on my holiday break. In addition, you know, do the YouTube stuff, hit the like button, whatever. And if you like the content, tell your friends. Maybe employ some of these strategies with your team. Talk this over. Let me know what you think. Did I say anything wrong? Did you like the format? Was I talking too fast? The answer to the last question was probably yes. But be sure to leave that comment down below, and I will be looking, even if I don't necessarily respond to everything. With that, thank you all so much for watching. I hope to do more of these in the future, so if you are in +2, be sure to look out in the +2 server. I might also just DM some people. We'll see exactly what happens. But thank you all so much for watching. Hoping that I can do more of these in the future, and I will see you all next time. Take care.